Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Ora News broadcast. It is now time for our English Flash News edition, which we have here at 6 o'clock on Ora News. In today's news, the Albanian politicians have celebrated the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Tirana. The municipality has celebrated this day by paying tribute to the people who gave their lives for the freedom of this city. Some representatives of the parliament and the Prime Minister's office also paid tribute in their own way. They displayed images of Albania's former dictator, Enver Hoxha. A large number of Albania's foremost politicians took part in this celebration. The head of the parliament, Ilir Meta, the Albanian Prime Minister, Edi Rama, several ministers of the governmental cabinet, the prefect of Tirana, and several MPs were seen honoring the heroes that fought for freedom. They paid homage to the monument called the Unknown Soldier. During the celebrations, some people began to exhibit photos of the former dictator, Enver Hoxha, and praising the work done by the Socialist Party. The images of the former Albanian dictator, Enver Hoxha, have brought negative reactions from the U.S. ambassador to Albania. The Albanians are currently celebrating the 70th anniversary of Tirana's liberation. The U.S. ambassador expressed his support and encouragement for the commemoration, but he was not happy about the presence of these photos. Mr. Arvizu said that the photos of Enver Hoxha marred today's ceremony at the Martyrs Cemetery. Ambassador Arvizu says that the photos of Enver Hoxha were an insult to Albanians. He made statements against the photos on his Twitter account. The opposition leader, Lulzim Basha, also reacted strongly against the images of Enver Hoxha, which were present at today's celebrations. The DP chairman, Lulzim Basha, has commented on the 70th anniversary of Tirana's liberation. He made these comments from the city of Brussels. In a statement that he posted on his Facebook, Basha wrote, "This anniversary finds the Albanian citizens facing big challenges. The economy is in crisis. The levels of poverty and unemployment, violence and governmental arrogance are opening deep wounds in our society. Inspired by those who sacrificed their lives for freedom and the country's development, we will give Albania the future it deserves." The Democratic Party chairman, Lulzim Basha, is visiting Brussels in order to participate in the political assembly of the European parties. In today's parliamentary assembly, the floor was opened up for discussions about the new fiscal package and the budget for the year 2015. The Socialist Party and its ally, the Socialist Movement for Integration, have both expressed very positive things about this budget. They feel that it is going to lead Albania in a positive direction. Through a posting on Facebook, Prime Minister of Albania, Edi Rama, stated that the government is proud of what it has accomplished during its first year. He also mentioned the fact that the government has several ambitious projects in mind for the year to come. The Socialist Movement for Integration has expressed that they consider this budget to be realistic and well-oriented. The majority has debated over each and every category in the new budget, stating that ultimately the prosperity of the public is the most important thing on their minds. The new budget foresees a major increase of state revenue at the amount of nearly 49 billion lek. It has also been projected that during the coming year, the budget expenses will increase. However, the government is expecting a decrease in the public deficit, as well as the level of public debt. The Albanian majority has begun a discussion on the new fiscal package and the budget for 2015, and the session is expected to last for several more hours. During the meeting so far, there have been some debates between the deputies of the majority and the Prime Minister of Albania. Deputy Majko had this to say about the new budget and the changes that it will bring. The increase of excise tax is still a tax increase. Albanians just quit smoking then they will have more disposable income. Now, this has nothing to do with quitting smoking or saving your families, but it has to do with fixing what our friends left us after the elections. We are increasing taxes. What are we going to do about the pensions of military personnel? Improving these pensions was only one of our promises during the electoral campaign. I am not happy about this new budget, since it will bring very few investments and possibly none at all. The former Minister of Finance, as well as some of the deputies of the opposition, have stated that the new fiscal package and budget of 2015 does not serve the interests of the citizens. After analyzing the new draft on the budget, the Democratic Party released a statement that it will increase the expenses for the central government by 20%. However, they said it will decrease expenses for the local government by 14%. Public investments in this budget are at a historically low level. This budget foresees investments in health care or education, stated the former Minister of Finance. The biggest concern of the Democratic Party is that the people of Albania might have to pay more of their salaries and receive no added services in return. The well-known Albanian singer Dr. Flori has passed away today at the age of 35. He died on his way to the Central Hospital at about 10:30 a.m. The cause of death is still unknown. It is suspected that it might have been a drug overdose or the consumption of too much alcohol, but the autopsy will determine the true causes, reported a source of RTV Ora News. He will be remembered as a very charismatic and vibrant artist who wanted to change his community. A few months ago, Dr. Flori released a new song in which the lyrics talked about the negative effects of narcotics. Born in Tirana on February 29, 1979, Dr. Flori was the father of 2 kids. An important meeting has been held between the Albanian Ombudsman and the Deputy Minister of the OSCE. The difficult living situation of the Roma community was the focus of a meeting organized between the Deputy Ambassador of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe and the representatives of the Ombudsman. During this meeting, there were also present several representatives of the international community. The Deputy Ambassador of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe said that the living conditions are a poor example. He emphasized that if the government does not follow the law, then there is a clear break of legislation. 2 days ago, the Ombudsman expressed his concern about the difficult conditions that the Roma community live in. The Minister of Energy has begun the process of revoking the licenses of some of Albania's mining operations. There are currently 30 licensed companies in Albania's mining industry, and the Ministry of Energy and Industry have begun to strip the licenses of some of these institutions. According to the Ministry of Industry, several of these operations have failed to fulfill their legal obligations. This ministry claims that these mining companies have refused to pay the financial assistance that they are required to give to support environmental protection. In response to this failure, the ministry has begun to take action against them. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Energy and Industry continues to support new investments in the domain of industry, as well as electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the English Flash News edition at 6. We thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow at the same time for more Albanian news in English, right here on Ora News. Thank you and good night.